Villagers, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Africa, we are the only ones that succeeded in throwing everything of ours away. Today, we feel that we are so inferior if we are not able to do things like our colonizers. And that is the reason to which till date some of us mentally are still enslaved. So we go around looking for people who can speak like the colonizer before we believe and know that this person is intelligent. We are not interested in the message, but we are always looking for people that will be like the colonizer. According to this man, these people calling themselves elite, the colonizer came and they worked on us perfectly. He's explaining basically how they controlled us or how they took control over Ghana and the rest of the African continent. They made us to believe that in order to be accepted, we need to dress like them, speak like them, eat like them, do everything like them. And that was when we lost our power and they took charge of us. Till date, the African is doing everything possible to sound British. Because we believe that when somebody is able to speak fluently in their language, that person is intelligent. We are throwing everything of ours away. Now even the youth of today do not fancy our local food because we have been programmed in that manner.
When we think about ancient ancestral story, we think it's a story about the past. It's really a lens to help us understand the world in which we live.
Yes. And so we're talking about usurious entities that are trying to create structure and order where they control and they gain. That's what we have today, basically. And so, that's often called throughout history, they're called and certainly now, these people are called the elite, which I take great exception to. It just burns me when I hear people calling them the elite because they're bottom feeders. They're feeding off of the efforts and energy of good people. That's a bottom feeder. And so why did we start calling them the elite instead of predators? They're predators.
Well, I think because the invaders become the Department of Education. And they call themselves the elite. So, I mean, I would give the story of Ghana as an example of this, because this is my family story.
Okay.
So my family on my father's side is Ghanaian. From the 1820s on until 1950, Britain sort of took control of Ghana. And the way it was framed, obviously they went in because they had a lot of weaponry and they said, we can defend you against your enemies. Oh, thank you, says Ghana. And bit by bit discovers the British are there for the British, not for the Ghanaians. But the story runs that obviously the British are superior. They are more sophisticated. They're running the show. They're running the legal system. They're running the banks. They're running the schools. And if you want to progress in British Ghana, then start dressing British. Start speaking the Queen's English. Mm-hmm. And a lot of Ghanaian people for a long time bought into that, where they were made to feel inferior and regard the British as the elite, because that was the story the British told. And that's what you can look at any invasion
all over the world.
It's the same pattern everywhere.
I think we need to take our power back and stop calling these usurious factions the elite. They're not. They're users and controllers.
I agree.
They're predators.
A great shortcut to doing that is Jim Henson's movie.
What? Tell us.
The Dark Crystal. When I watched this movie,
you're talking Muppets.
Yeah. It is Muppets.
Yeah.
And so I thought, oh, this is a fun kids movie. I like Muppets. And the story runs that this land has been invaded and taken over by very long-lived beings who are ugly bird people. And very much like the Ahumanu in the Hawaiian story. And they predate upon the innocent, childlike gelflings. And they'll often capture them, terrorize them, and then they'll extract the essence of the girlflings, which they feed on so they can carry on living long. Well, I watched this as a kid's movie long time ago. Now I'm realizing that's actually
Jim
our
Henson
world.
was onto something.
He's telling us the truth about our world. But when you see it that way, and you see the silly, ugly bird people, you wouldn't call them elite. You would say they were the evil beings.
We are made to believe that everything of ours is nothing. We feel so inferior. That's why the women will go to any length to change their skin type. We will go to any length to make sure that we wear those wigs. We just want to look like them in every aspect. Your identity is your power. And these people have people in place till date who are still doing everything possible to continue with that system that they left behind. And we are buying into every narrative of whatever we are told. The school system was never designed to give you education because you were already educated. They are not the ones that are teaching you how to count, because when you were growing up in your dialect, you have counting numbers. So being able to say something in the colonizer's language doesn't mean you're educated. We have to decolonize that mentality into believing that we are inferior. These are all colonial mindsets. Some of us till date haven't realized that these people made us weak because we have thrown everything of ours away. Everything of ours is beautiful. And before we can actually defeat these people, we have to give everything back to them. Anything that they gave to us, we have to give everything back to them. Until then, we can never defeat them. We are being brainwashed. The same people that are causing us the pain are the ones we are worshiping and trying to be like them, because we haven't understood that they are the reason of our pain. And they are succeeding, keeping us down, and they are ruling over us time and time again. We have to rise up. We have to wake up, because in this journey, you are the only one that can actually set yourself free. There is nobody that can do it. We don't need to be like them. Eat and drink and do everything of theirs before we know that we are important. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa.